Hello everyone and welcome back to the officers classes. The topic we discuss today is about the Iron Man of India, Shri Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, and one of his spectacular contributions to Indian nation, that is unification of Indian states. So with my humble tributes to the great man, let's start. British won India piece by piece. Some kingdoms were won by outright war, and some kingdoms were subordinated by other instruments like subsidiary alliance, which we have discussed in the previous video. The result was that Indian subcontinent was divided between British India on one hand and Indian states on the other. British India was directly ruled under the British rule, and Indian states were ruled by Indian native rulers, even though British enjoyed paramountcy over these states. Notably, Indian Councils Act, Government of India Act, Morley Minto reforms, and so on were applicable only to British India and not Indian states. Indian states were still living under the arbitrary rule of Indian native rulers, which got worse because British offered them the security of their throne after 1857 to prevent any rebellion against them. So when British Prime Minister Attlee announced the intention to leave India, these native rulers became ambitious and started thinking of carving out their own independent states. This was problematic. This was problematic because there were 562 such Indian states which covered 48% of area of pre-independence India and 28% of its population. This was a challenging task because of many factors. First, these 562 states were related to British through a range of treaties and instruments which were signed over 2 centuries. Navigating this maze was a mammoth task in itself. Second, active support and encouragement of Pakistan to many of these states like Hyderabad and Junagadh, which increased the ambition of their rulers and made negotiations difficult. For example, Jinnah offered Jodhpur almost any terms it wanted, like access to Karachi port and arms manufacturing for acceding to Pakistan rather than India. Third, the challenge was of India's Indian focus on peace and development. Young nation could not bear any waste of time, effort, or resources on a civil war or disturbance. Therefore, this integration exercise had to be peaceful. Sardar Patel was the Home Minister at this time and rose to the occasion along with his trusted lieutenant, VP Menon. He used a perfect mix of carrot and stick policy to persuade Indian rulers to become a part of Indian state. He did so by first appealing to patriotism of Indian rulers. Indian rulers were not untouched by the wave of nationalist struggle and self-pride it had created across India. So many rulers were persuaded by appeals to be a part of larger Indian nation. The others were mollified with the offer of privy purses. Privy purse was a payment made to the royal family for an agreement to first integrate with India. Privy purse ensured that rulers could maintain a reasonable status and paraphernalia of their traditional customs without compromising the objective of a united nation. Most states responded to the appeal of Sardar. However, three states remained stubbornly immune to all offers. These were Junagadh, Hyderabad, and Kashmir. Patel decided to deal with them with an iron fist. Junagadh was predominantly Hindu state with 80% of its population being Hindu, while the ruler was a Muslim. In spite of the majority population willing to go to India, the ruler decided to accede to Pakistan on September 15, 1947. The population rebelled and the Nawab of Junagadh had to flee to Pakistan. Sardar Patel sent Indian forces to Junagadh to ensure an impartial plebiscite, which went overwhelmingly in favor of integration with India, and thus Junagadh became a part of India. Next came Kashmir, Maharaja of Kashmir was still vacillating to go with either India or Pakistan when Pakistan sent its armed militia with active support of Pakistan army to invade Kashmir. However, Sardar Patel was well aware of the critical situation and had taken preemptive steps like diverting plane to Srinagar route, laying down telephone and telegraph lines between Amritsar and Jammu, and so on. So when Maharaja Hari Singh of Kashmir offered to sign instrument of accession, India responded quickly and thwarted Pakistani invasion of Kashmir, making Kashmir an integral part of Indian territory. Meanwhile, the ruler of Hyderabad had launched a wave of atrocities through armed fanatics, Razakars, against the Hindu population. Nizam of Hyderabad, instead of responding to the positive appeals of Sardar, started importing arms from Europe. Sardar Patel again acted firmly with police action. Already facing widespread unrest, it forced Nizam to merge with India 13 months after Indian independence, and Hyderabad became an integral part of Indian territory. Statue of Unity stands today in humble recognition of the contribution of Sardar Patel to the unity of India. I would like to thank the officers classes for giving me this platform. For the slides, you can visit the website. Please give us your feedback in comment section. You can also give your suggestions regarding any topic that you want to be covered in this less than 7 minutes series. See you soon in our next video. Till then, thank you.